Hello, and welcome to the HSEbox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. As a safety professional, you should review this video once in a while, which would help you to keep fresh the most important core information for your daily roles, activity, and responsibilities. So let's get started. Element 1: Foundation in Health and Safety. What is an accident?
An unwanted, unplanned event that results in a loss of some kind.
What is an incident or near miss?
An unwanted, unplanned event that had the potential to result in a loss.
What is a hazard?
Something with the potential to cause harm.
What is risk?
The likelihood that harm will occur and the severity of the harm.
Why manage health and safety?
There are three major reasons why an employer should manage health and safety in the workplace: moral, legal, and financial.
The main goal is to
reduce accidents, reduce loss through damage to equipment, reduced absenteeism, reduced insurance premiums, improved morale, improved company reputation, reduced fines, reduced compensation claims, increased likelihood of securing business.
What is the difference between civil and criminal law?
Civil: to compensate an injured party for loss as a consequence of an accident or ill health. Criminal: to punish and deter individuals/organizations from behaving in a way that society has decided is unacceptable.
Fault liability.
There was a duty of care owed to the injured party. The duty of care was breached. Negligence. The breach caused injury or loss.
What must an employer provide?
Safe place of work and safe access and egress. Safe systems of work. Safe plant and equipment. Information, instruction, training and supervision. Safe and competent fellow workers.
What are the hidden costs of accidents?
Lost time, extra wages, overtime payments, temporary workers, sick pay, fines, legal costs, claims, damage to equipment, repairs to plant and equipment, production delays, loss of contracts, increased insurance premiums, loss of business reputation.
Why there are some variations of legislation between countries?
The principal reasons that create some variation in the legislation between countries are different legal systems, different standards of legislation and enforcement, different penalties for breaches, religious and cultural issues, knowledge of enforcement bodies, funding of enforcement staff, degree of monitoring/reporting to enforcement authorities, political pressure.
What are the principal sources of information organizations should use?
The sources of information are internal and external.
Internal.
Regarding internal information can be used, for example, risk assessments, policies, inspection reports, medical records, health and safety committees, plant registers, safety advisors.
External.
Government bodies, national safety organizations, Suppliers and manufacturers. International standards. Consultants and specialists. Insurance companies.
What are the most important steps to have in place a successful management system?
To maintain a successful health and safety management system in place, the organization needs to ensure is following these simple 6 steps.
1. Policy.
Health and safety aims of the organization. Health and safety objectives. And management commitment.
2. Organizing.
Competence. Commitment, and control. Cooperation. Communication.
3. Planning and implementation.
Identify hazards. Assess risks, and decide how risks can be eliminated or controlled. Set standards against which performance can be measured.
4. Measuring performance.
Be used as a means of determining the extent to which health and safety policy and objectives are being implemented and should be both reactive and proactive.
5. Reviewing.
Analyzing data gathered through monitoring to see whether performance is adequate.
6. Audit.
Systematic critical examination of each stage of an organization's management systems and procedures.
Hello, and welcome to the HSEBox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. As a safety professional, you should review this video once in a while, which would help you to keep fresh the most important core information for your daily roles, activity, and responsibilities. So let's get started. Element 2. Setting policy for health and safety. What is a health and safety policy?
A business plan for safety to prevent or reduce loss in an organization.
What are the objectives of a health and safety policy?
The main objectives of a health and safety policy are to protect people from injury and ill health, comply with legal requirements and avoid prosecution, and manage health and safety on a cost-effective basis.
What are the elements of a policy?
1. Statement of intent. A statement of intent establishing the importance of health and safety in the organization and providing targets and objectives for improvement. 2. Organization. The roles and responsibilities of everyone in the organization. 3. Arrangements. The arrangements for effective planning, organization, control, monitoring of the organization's health and safety. The contents of the arrangements section should include the following information: risk assessments, fire policy, smoking policy, evacuation procedures, safe systems of work, permits to work, first aid policy, display screen policy, manual handling policy, hazardous chemicals policy, fork truck policy, etc.
What is benchmarking?
Benchmarking is the practice of comparing business processes and performance metrics to industry bests and best practices from other companies. Dimensions typically measured are quality, time, cost, and health and safety performance.
What are the advantages of benchmarking?
Identifies key performance indicators. Ensures monitoring procedures are effective. Feeds into the continuous improvement cycle. Identify normal practice amongst similar business. Avoid making mistakes by learning from others. Generate management focus. Gains confidence of the stakeholders, etc.
What are the challenges of benchmarking?
Selecting a company with similar activities. Assuring accuracy of data. Using common definitions. Accessing data. Gaining commitment, etc.
What are management issues to benchmark?
Health and safety policy. Staff roles and responsibility. Plans and strategies which can be measured. Risk assessments. Type of training. Monitoring, proactive and reactive, etc.
When reviewing a health and safety policy, what information should be taken into account?
Accidents. Incidents. New equipment. New staff. New technology. New premises. Changes in legislation. Accident investigation. Enforcement action. Prosecution. Compensation claims. Periodic review, etc.
What are the reasons that can make ineffective policies and a useless health and safety management system?
No management commitment. No objective set to implement policy. Health and safety not given priority. Resources not provided to implement action. Aims and intentions not understood by personnel. Too much emphasis on employee responsibilities. No measurement that objectives are being met. Management unaware of their health and safety role. No management training, etc.
Hello, and welcome to the HSEBox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. As a safety professional, you should review this video once in a while, which would help you to keep fresh the most important core information for your daily roles, activity, and responsibilities. So let's get started. Element 3: Organizing for Health and Safety. What are the duties of employers?
The main duties of an employer are: a safe place of work, safe work equipment and substances, information, instruction, training, and supervision, welfare provisions, emergency procedures, consultation with employees. Do not charge employees for health and safety measures.
What are the duties of employees?
The main duties of employees are: do not endanger themselves and others. Cooperate with their employer. Consult with employer. Report dangerous situations to employer.
What are the duties of designers, manufacturers, and suppliers?
The main duties are: ensure equipment is safe and without risks when being used. Ensure substances are safe and without risks when being used. Carry out any necessary tests. Provide information. Take reasonable steps to provide further information if new serious risks appear.
What are the responsibilities of safety advisors?
The main duties of a safety advisor are: be properly trained and qualified. Maintain adequate information systems. Be able to interpret the law applying to their organization. Establish and maintain procedures for reporting, investigating, recording, and analyzing accidents and incidents. Be able to present their advice effectively.
What are the most important relationships outside the organization?
The enforcing authority, fire/rescue service, insurance companies, contractors, external consultants, equipment manufacturers and suppliers, clients and customers, the police, members of the public, the media.
What are the duties of your organization when work being done by contractors?
Your organization should consider the risks to their own employees from the work, the risks to the contractor's employees from the client's activities, risks to the public and others from the work.
What are the contractor's duties?
The main contractor duties when performing an activity inside your organization are: consider the risks to their own employees from the work, the risks to the client's employees from their activities, risks to the public and others from the work. Follow client's rules and procedures.
How to management of contractors properly?
In order you can manage properly or the contractors in your organization, you should select a suitable contractor, planning the job, controlling contractors on site, checking contractors' work, review contractors' performance.
How to select a suitable contractor?
To select a suitable contractor, your organizations must take into consideration experience of the type of work and industry, suitable references, enforcement record, safety management such as policy, risk assessments, etc., accident and ill health data, membership of trade/professional bodies, competence and training of employees, arrangements for selection of subcontractors, arrangement for ongoing liaison with clients.
Hello, and welcome to the HSEBox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. As a safety professional, you should review this video once in a while, which would help you to keep fresh the most important core information for your daily roles, activity, and responsibilities. So let's get started. Element 4, Promoting a Positive Health and Safety Culture. Part 1. What are the benefits of a positive culture?
The benefits of a positive culture in the organization are: increased levels of compliance with rules and procedure, increased staff morale, reduced staff complaints, reduced staff turnover, reduced absenteeism, reduced sickness and accident rates.
What is the disadvantage of a negative culture?
The disadvantage of a negative culture in the organization are: job insecurity, reorganizations, poor example set by management, poor management decision making, inadequate supervision, poor working conditions.
What are the internal influences on health and safety?
The internal factors that may influence health and safety performance are: competence, commitment and control, cooperation, communication, production/service demands.
What are the external influences on health and safety?
The external factors that may influence health and safety performance are society expectations, political priorities, legislation and enforcement, national or international agencies, pressure groups, insurance companies, workers' unions, stakeholders, economic conditions.
What are the more effective measures to improve culture?
The most effective measures to improve the culture in your organization are senior management commitment, ownership of health and safety at every level, effective communication and consultation, training for all levels of employee, shared perception of risks, standards of acceptable behavior, learning from experience through monitoring and review, balance between health and safety and production.
What are the personal factors that might place an individual at greater risk of harm while at work?
The most important personal factors that might place an individual at greater risk of harm while at work are poor attitude, low motivation, physical capabilities, poor perception of risk, drugs or alcohol problems, age-related factors, medical problems, levels of training and experience.
Let's just have a deep focus on the following 3 personal factors: attitude, perception, motivation. Attitude can be defined as
the tendency to respond in a particular way in a given situation.
The factors that affect attitude are
Background, personality, experience, training, competence, peer group pressure, management actions, culture of the organization.
perception can be defined as
the way that people interpret and make sense of presented information.
the factors which may affect perception are
The nature of the hazards, previous experience, overfamiliarity, the feeling of being in control, level of training, peer group pressure, confidence in others' ability, personal characteristics,
and motivation. Motivation is the driving force behind the way a person acts in order to achieve a goal. And what motivates people?
reward, fulfillment, job satisfaction, recognition, peer approval, threat of discipline.
Why a person may fail to comply with safety procedures?
The main reason why people fail to comply with safety procedures are lack of motivation, unrealistic working procedures, lack of management commitment, overfamiliarization, repetitive work leading to boredom, peer group pressure, inadequate supervision, fatigue and stress, lack of information, training and consultation, job insecurity.
What are the human error causes?
The most common human error are slips, lapses of attention, mistakes, violations.
How can we reduce human error?
The best strategies to reduce human error are skilled, competent workers, well-motivated employees, clear roles and lines of responsibility, adequate levels of supervision, clear information and instructions, Drug and alcohol prevention policies. Good environmental conditions, for example lighting, noise. Avoiding monotonous work. Breaks to avoid fatigue.
What are the best tools to promote safe behavior?
In order to promote safe behavior in the organization, we can improve discipline, reward, informing, facilitate safe behavior, train.
What means competence?
If someone is competent means he or she has sufficient knowledge, training, experience, and any other qualities to carry out their functions. It includes knowledge, skills, experience, training, recognition of limitations.
Hello, and welcome to the HSEBox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. So let's get started. Element 4. Promoting a positive health and safety culture. Part 2. What should be checked to assess competence?
To assess the competence, it's important to check qualifications, level of training, membership of professional/trade organizations, undertaking written or practical assessments, seeking references or recommendations.
When is training needed?
Training should be delivered on recruitment, induction, on-the-job training, transfer, new equipment, new technology, new systems of work or system changes.
What should be the induction training program content?
As a minimum, the induction should cover the health and safety policy, culture of organization, fire precautions, emergency procedure, what accidents to be reported, how to report accidents, hazards of the workplace, drink and drugs policy, first aid precautions, welfare provisions.
When should the organization deliver additional training?
The organization should deliver additional training when using new processes, new equipment, accidents/incidents, enforcement action, new legislation, result of risk assessment, newly promoted, refresher training.
How to define the levels of supervision required?
In order to define the levels of supervision required, we should take into consideration person's skills and qualifications, experience of the work involved, age, person's attitude and aptitude, nature and complexity of the task, employees' communication skills, any special needs they may have.
What are the factors when preparing a toolbox talk or training on health and safety?
The factors to take into consideration when preparing a toolbox talk or training on health and safety are: identify the training needs, identify the training objectives, the target audience, knowledge, skills, etc., training methods, lectures, videos, etc. How to evaluate the effectiveness of training, number of trainees, time available, training aids required, suitability of training facilities, room size, etc. Course rules and administration.
What are the barriers to communication?
The barriers to communication can be split into 3 different factors: the person, the deliverer, the place. Regarding the person, the more important barriers can be caused by sensory impairment, learning difficulties, inexperience, lack of motivation. Considering the deliverer, the more important barriers can be caused by too much jargon, language or dialect, ambiguity of the message, too complex message, lack of feedback, and, when considering the place, high noise levels, interference from PPE distractions.
What are the usual methods of communication?
The more usual methods of communication to be used are team briefings, safety committee meetings, health and safety representatives, memoranda, toolbox talks, newsletters, standards/codes of practice, work instructions, posters, notices, electronic notice boards, safety policy, induction and other training.
What are the written communication advantages and disadvantages?
For written communication, the most important advantages are written record, can be referred to, can convey complex ideas, provide analysis, many people in different locations, can clarify or confirm oral. But the most important disadvantages are may not be read, too complex and jargon, time to produce and expensive, tends to be formal and distant, does not provide feedback, difficulty to modify.
Hello, and welcome to the HSEBox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. So let's get started. Element 5. Investigation, recording, and reporting of health and safety incidents. Part 1. What are the reasons to investigate accidents?
Prevent future accidents by identifying and eliminating the causes. Demonstrate concern about people's health and safety. Improve worker morale. Identify weaknesses in management time. Prevent business losses. Collate accident and ill health data and identify trends. Defend criminal cases. Defend claims for compensation.
Define accident.
Accident, an unplanned, unwanted event that results in a loss.
Define incident.
Incident, near miss, an unplanned, unwanted event that has the potential to result in loss.
Why you should consider and investigate near misses?
Near misses indicate that the potential for serious accidents is present, and by reacting to the near misses they will prevent an accident to happen in the future.
What action should be taken after an accident?
When you talk about the action after an accident, this can be divided into 3 different moments in time: immediate, initial, longer term.
The immediate action should be
Treatment for injured personnel. Make the area safe. Initiate emergency plan. Contact emergency services. Preserve scene for investigation. May have to notify enforcing authority.
the initial action right after the immediate one should be
Identify witnesses. Report details to senior management. Report details to the insurance company.
longer-term action should include
Decide the depth of the investigation and select team. Gather evidence at the scene. Interview witnesses. Examine documents. Appoint specialists if necessary.
who should be part of the investigation team.
The team to investigate the accident always depend on the size and complexity of the organization, as well the severity of the accident, but should be included if possible. Supervisors and line managers from the department where the accident occurred. A senior manager from another department. Health and safety professionals. Specialists engineers. Representative of workers. Employee experienced in the work activity.
What are the direct, immediate, and root underlying causes of an accident?
A direct immediate cause is the result of physical contact with an object or hazardous substance and is usually the result of one or more unsafe acts, unsafe conditions, or both. The root underlying cause of an accident usually is related to the failures in management systems or procedures that have led to the accident.
What are unsafe acts and unsafe conditions?
The unsafe act is a violation of an accepted safe procedure that could permit the occurrence of an accident. An unsafe condition is a hazardous physical condition or circumstance which could directly permit the occurrence of an accident.
Hello, and welcome to the HSEBox.com channel. This video is part of a series of videos dedicated to simplifying the study for the Nebosh exam, or just to remember some international concepts related to health and safety at work. We take the opportunity to inform you that we do not represent nor intended to represent any institution linked to Nebosh certification. Please, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. We are happy to help you. So let's get started. Element 5. Investigation, recording, and reporting of health and safety incidents. Part 2. What are the reasons why records should be kept?
The main reason to keep records is to prevent a recurrence. Monitoring purposes. Legal reasons. Occupational ill health may take years to occur. Civil claims.
What information should be reported in an accident report?
A typical accident report should include: who is the injured person? Where the accident happened? When it happened? What happened? Why it happened? Documentation. Evidence. Recommendations.
One of the most important roles for a safety professional is monitoring, review, and audit of health and safety performance. How your organization can actively monitoring health and safety performance?
There are several strategies to monitor the health and safety performance actively. This means before an accident happened. For this can be used benchmarking, workplace inspections, safety sampling, safety tours, audit.
Let's explore each one of these strategies. What is benchmarking?
Takes key performance indicators and compares them externally with similar organizations or industry standards.
Define workplace inspections.
A formal, structured examination possibly by a team of people of the working environment that identifies hazards that are not controlled.
What is safety sampling?
A random exercise in which assigned observers walk an allotted timescale noting the incidence of health and safety defects on pre-prepared sheets.
What are safety tours?
An unscheduled examination of a workplace to look for acceptable standards. A tour can be carried out by a manager and demonstrates a commitment to safety.
What is an audit?
A thorough examination of the performance of the health and safety management systems procedures. Audits look at management systems procedures, training, documentation such as safety systems, permits to work, interviews, selected employees as well as examining the workplace.
The performance can also be monitored passively using information from
accidents, incidents, ill health statistics, near misses, dangerous occurrences, complaints by the workforce, enforcement action, prosecutions, civil claims.
What are the limitations of inspections?
Some of the limitations of inspection are: some hazards are not visible, some hazards not always present, unsafe practices not seen.
What are the types of inspections?
The most important inspection to be performed in an organization are general workplace inspections, statutory inspections, compliance inspections.
Who should carry out inspections?
The inspection should involve not only the safety professionals but also managers, supervisors, health and safety advisors, employee safety representatives, enforcement agencies.
What type of inspection checklist can be used?
There's a lot of different types of checklists that can be used in your organization that always depend on what needs to be checked and inspected. There's a not exhaustive list of checklists that can be used, such as condition of processes and plant, contractors, electrical, environmental conditions, fire protection, first aid, handheld tools, hazardous substances, housekeeping cleanliness, lifting equipment, manual handling, machinery guarding, noise, etc.
If you missed some information, you can review this video again. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. We are ready to help you. You can also download this information for free. Just follow the link below. We recommend you to see the other videos in this series. Please, Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It will really help us to create more videos like this. Don't forget to always stay safe. Bye bye. See you soon.